Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today we're going to sketch an ice cream cone for Sketchbook Sunday. I've had this reference photo saved for probably about a year. I thought it might be fun sometime just to kind of sketch it out, kind of summery and lighthearted. And I like the fact that there's a hand in the picture because I could definitely use some more practice with hands. So I'm just sketching this out with a pink Col-Erase pencil on my Fabriano Venice Book sketchbook. I taped off the edges so that I could have a nice border after I was done sketching this, and there you can see I have that right in there with the pink pencil, and I kind of wish that I had just done this in like charcoal or graphite or something, because I feel like the drawing came out pretty well, but then it was a series of unfortunate events after that. And I apologize if the camera goes out of focus at all during this video. I've chopped out a bunch where the camera just kind of went out of focus. I was trying some new settings because I've been kind of frustrated with how dark my video has been filming, and I have so many lights on my table. I just don't know why I'm not getting a crisper look, because this is a nice camera. But anyway, I put white gouache in the background and then added some turquoise watercolor into it. And this is my Mission Gold watercolor. This is the Bulletproof palette pan set, and the reason I'm using this one today actually is because I had it stored on its side and some of the paint had kind of oozed out of the pans, and I scraped up what I could to put them back in the pans, but there was some left over and I didn't want to waste it, so I figured that that would be a good use. Plus, one of the colors that it was like that bright lemon yellow and the yellow ochre, and I was able to scoop up most of that lemon yellow and put it back, but the yellow ochre, I couldn't get all of it up, and I knew that there would be a lot of yellow ochre with that skin tone and the ice cream cone, so I figured that'd be a good palette and a good reference photo to use for this week's Sketchbook Sunday. I wanted to get the different colors that I saw on the skin, the pinks, the reds, the kind of like blue reflections. I wanted to get all of that in there, and it's kind of sloppy looking right now, but I do plan on doing some other media on top, and I'm just kind of going with it. I did leave the kind of napkin that's around the ice cream cone just white paper for now, but I will be going in and adding some white paint to that as well, just to kind of have an area to mix into and give it a little bit more body. I put some white gouache in the ice cream part itself and then added some of that kind of like rosy watercolor to it to kind of warm it up. It's an ice cream, it looks like a pink ice cream, so it's not super dark. It's a really kind of pale color, so I am pushing the colors a little bit because I feel like the background just kind of gobbles up everything and it doesn't really stand up. I made some gray just with the colors out of my palette and added that into the white on the napkin on the ice cream cone. Another reason I wanted to have that white, have some white in there just so I could blend into it a little bit. And then I'm just kind of tapping on some white gouache onto the ice cream to help lighten it up a little bit and give it some texture. I'm also putting the grid in on the ice cream cone to give it a little pattern. And when you have a painting that doesn't have a lot going on, you want to kind of grab any of those little details, patterns, textures that you can find to make it a little more interesting. Like I mentioned, this was a pretty simple composition, so I just wanted to find interesting aspects like shadows and textures and patterns to make it a little bit more interesting and enjoyable to look at. I'm not worried about being too neat at this stage because I know I'm going to go in with probably colored pencils, maybe some watercolor crayons later, and I just wanted to get pretty much everything covered. I wanted to get plenty of a base down so I could just keep layering up, and then at the end when I take the tape off, I'll have kind of an interesting look. I wanted to have a little bit more interest in the skin tone, and I really wanted to get those warm shadows in there. So I'm using that same red that I used in the ice cream cone to give the warm shadows in the hands. So I'm just really kind of blocking in that color quite a bit, going for more of an abstraction of this rather than realism, because realism takes a long time, and also because I wanted to get those kind of bolder shadows. Now I'm going in with watercolor crayons, which are pretty much like gouache paint but in a stick. It's very opaque. It goes down very smoothly and thickly, but you can layer it up on top of your gouache, on top of your watercolor. You can even work on like dark matte board. You could work on dark paper with these, and they're just extremely strong. Now when I am going in to blend these watercolor crayons, I just make sure there's only a little bit of water on my brush so I don't wash it out, so I just kind of liquefy and that's it. And to achieve that, what I do is I dip my brush in my water, and then I just tap it on a paper towel so I have just enough water on there that I can just blend the color but not lift it up. If you put too much water, it's just going to kind of puddle it and lift it off the paper. So you want to just keep that in mind if you're using watercolor crayons. This is the Caran d'Ache brand of watercolor crayons. They're my favorite. I've used many different water-soluble pastels and crayons, and the Caran d'Ache ones are the best. At this point, everything was feeling too gray, so I decided to bring some different shades of yellow, from yellow ochre to like a really pale buttery yellow to like a lemon yellow, in to kind of brighten things up and give it a little bit more life, which I think really helped, especially with those little dashes of aqua that I had in there. I feel like having those colors kind of just scribbled on there pretty boldly made everything seem a little bit more light and lively. I added some kind of like a phthalo blue around the edges and just kind of spread that in with a brush just to give it a little bit more of a border, a little bit more bright color, and then I'm just kind of very gently smoothing in some of those crayons that I put in there. Now I think I actually over smoothed it. I probably should have left some of those marks a little bit stronger, but I can go in now with some colored pencils and give anything a little bit of sharpness that had gotten a little soft. I'm using a terracotta red on the ice cream itself to deepen up any of the red tones because it's nice and dark. I'm using some kind of like a grape purple in there to add some shadows. And I've also got a cream, a white, and kind of like a apricot color there to work throughout the picture and adjust any values where I need. I find that when I get into the colored pencil phase, if I've been using a lot of different like gouache and watercolor and things like that, pretty much what I need is like my white, my cream for like highlights, and then like some dark browns or grays to do shadows, because that's generally what I tend to lose if I overwork a piece with paint. I'm losing my values, and going back in with the darker colors and the lighter colors just kind of give me that full value range. Basically, a lot of times your painting will get a little too mid-tone, especially if you're overworking it, and just going in and crisping up those details does a lot of work. Now, I thought it looked kind of cool where like the hand was kind of coming off of the edge of the paper, so I used a knife to cut off the tape and leave it where the hand was painted, and that way I would have this kind of like almost surreal picture where the hand is reaching in to the painting and putting the ice cream in there. And there you see it all done. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Until next time, happy crafting.